Creature Commandos.
Oh, go ahead.
Creature Commandos.
Oh, this
Cheers for
episode
the
made
Tin
me
Man.
happy as fuck.
The bane of Marvel's existence right now. The sign of the end of times.
Not
Creature
the
Commandos.
I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous the whole episode because I'm like, he's going to crash out at some point. And I'm glad it was on nobody else I expected to.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: there was a scene. There was a scene G.I. Robot has, and he goes into that meeting and he murks everybody. And I was just like, and me, I'm like, what's wrong? This is a good thing. This is a good thing, right?
He did his job. I don't see the problem.
We don't like Nazis, right? You designed him to take out Nazis.
He asked a question, he surveyed, and he made a logical decision. What was the problem?
You took him to a meeting with racists and Nazis, and you asked and you put him on trial and said he did it in cold blood. No.
He did what he was designed for.
Bama, which one did you see? That's where we can answer that question. Which episode
Y'all
did you
touched
see?
with necrophilia. In episode 2, where Frankenstein decided to try his own merch.
He was sampling his wares.
Yeah.
Going back to our surviving a horror movie episode, my specific advice, word for word, when I said don't bang the thing you made in a lab. I don't know what episode it was, but after
that part right there.
Look how that worked out. Also, don't you have a living, breathing, flesh and blood wife literally down the street?
He didn't give a shit. Not at all.
You didn't
wanted
care.
some strange.
I mean, I don't blame the creature for being upset. Because he was like, you made that.
We were going to say these South Kira.
No. It was too much of a pause. No.
Sir?
I don't blame the creature. I don't believe the creature for being upset because he said, you made her for me. And here you are. He and all in her face.
Y'all couldn't close the door? Like what? Y'all didn't hear him?
There was no locked doors in that laboratory, apparently.
Man,
what? Everybody's dead.
I'm on the fact, like, bruh, you didn't even
there's nobody here.
You didn't even try to do privacy, just right next to the operating table. I'm like,
it looked like he just tied him up upside down, grabbed it, and just went like this one time,
right?
And then just left him there. And even then, weird. Why did we see that in full detail? And it's like with the royalty, that's where we'll go and be clean. I'm like, weird, odd choice here, James. But all right,
it's James. It's not really an odd choice.
Well, I'm just like,
it's an obscure choice, but not an odd choice.
It's just horny princess. No, dead zombie chick. Absolutely.
Just wow. There's no other words that can be said, but wow.
No, but with G.I. Robot, I was just like, this isn't wrong. Even the one general said it. He was like, he's not designed to do public things like this.
I thought he was about I thought he was about to jean jacket the whole crowd.
He literally asked the question that he should be asking. Did you check everybody in his room? Why not?
I thought he was definitely gonna find somebody.
I thought that would have been the switch that was gonna flip, but it wasn't. But the general was like, he's not built to do this. So public speaking should not be a thing for him.
Although I do love Flag. Flag turned around and did the exact thing like everybody else does. Are these Nazis? Yes.
You know what?
Yes,
yes they are. Yes.
They were gonna pull that thing. That should have been a long time. Exactly. They should have pulled that so earlier. Like they was getting their ass whooped.
Why does it take y'all so long to tell him who the bad guys are every time?
That's a fact. He shouldn't even have to ask a question. I should have just like
Flag was trying to get the team on one page. You see him and Dr. Phosphorus was at it the first night. He was like, nigga, you tried to kill me like an hour ago, and now you What?
Now we cool? Nah, bruh.
Bro, I blocked the
That's
door.
not
I
how it
blocked the
works.
door for you while you was breaking the door down. I mean, I thought we was kind of even at that moment.
So all in the game asks, how do we feel about the music drops in Creature Commandos? I love them.
Yeah.
I love because Gunn is getting some very. He knows how to pick music.
James will be paying people the money they lost in 360 deals 20 years ago.
I have had that theme, that opening theme music in my Spotify rotation for decades. I shit you not. When I heard that, I said, wait.
All I gotta say is,
Wait.
all I gotta say is those obscure bands that are about to break up, submit your music to James Gunn at DC Studios. It worked out for Wigwam.
Ain't no telling
that
what.
part. We was all singing that. We was all singing that one.
They are. I've listened when after Peacemaker season 1 dropped. I was like, let me go back and find their stuff. I was like, I am extremely happy with this. This is good.
I'm so curious how they address that because I thought this was going to be. I didn't think we'd be out of here in 3 episodes. I thought we were going to be here the entire time. But the fact that we're now going back and addressing other backstories, I'm very curious to see because other people say they don't trust the Queen too.
Okay, so Mal says Victor got turned on by the bride's patchwork BBL he created. He was admiring his work a little too much.
He wanted to make sure there were no divots in the body.
That just sounds like what a napkin would do. Stop playing.
At this point, like
all I gotta say is weird science.
This point, giving them both should just gave both of them some social lessons. Like, all right, this is your wife, but like, nigga, Aaron the Hose was a zombie.
Just
he was trying to tell him in the beginning. He was like, hey, she's like a baby being born. She is just
so then technically he would be the father and he banged his daughter.
Like, yes.
Jesus.
Oh, it's weird.
Hey, lady,
we're in Europe, right?
Part out loud.
Yeah.
We're in Europe, Russia area, right? That's
pretty much that area. European Union.
So yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but it was funny though. I feel like I want to do that now. So I'm gonna just do that.
Learn going to things you learn at a PWI. Usually they call it the awkward turtle. So awkward palm tree. It's just blowing this way.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, it was, but no. Already, I can't remember. I think they said it's 8 episodes for Creature Commandos.
Yeah, it's 8. 8 episodes.
They're doing a nice balance on telling you the main story and then telling a character story at the same time.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sick of this 8-episode shit though. Let's get it popping.
This is Warner. This is Warner Brothers trying to play it safe. It's just like you notice all the shows.
It's James Gunn. He's a sure shot. He brought your Suicide Squad out of the dirt.
Here's the crazy part. You know that all the shows that are doing well right now on Warner Brothers / Max all have 8 episodes for the runs. Like if you notice, Penguin, Invincible Fight Girl, and now Creature Commandos. Peacemaker will probably wind up having 8 episodes. Again, I don't know what it is. They want to play it safe with Gunn, but yet a crappy series gets like 15. Make it make sense.
Who's gotten 15? And also some real shit. Disney, shit. I think the only show that I know of off the top of my head is Abbott. That's got over 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, Daredevil be reborn. It will be more than I think.
Oh, they'll get them. They'll get the max. They'll get the max episodes. Yeah.
Well, they actually, I think they split their full season in 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They just made that decision recently.
Daredevil's gonna be a long one apparently, but I don't know. It could also be budgeting issues. It's like if you could handle a lot of money on your birthday, and your parents might need that. Actually a lot more than a child needs, and then when you finally get time to go spend it, it's like this ain't what I had 2 weeks ago. Don't
Well,
question. Happy you got it, and that's
we
very
have
that's very much them.
They are seriously a lot of networks are playing it safe now.
yeah.
Like a lot of them are doing it now. You
Let
will
your
get a show
balls
that will
drop.
last. Yeah,
Just let
they
your
will
balls drop.
they've gone from 26 episodes to 22 to
Mhm.
10. They went to 13. Some of them did 13, and they dropped them to 10, and then they went to 9. And like 8 seems to be everybody's special spot.
Yeah, thanks for finally dropping the
This
Looney Tunes.
bullshit.
It is.
For giving Looney Tunes a release date after like 2.5 years. Pretty sure I'm pretty sure they were trying to throw that in the trash, and too many people knew about it.
Yeah, we need to talk to those Glens over there.
So
Yeah, pretty much. Zaz Labs and Glenn's.
I think the Day the Earth Blew Up is supposed to come out in February, and it's a Daffy and Porky story. But yeah, they just budgeting is an issue over there. They're doing what they can with it because James makes magic out of nothing.
Who the fuck asked
but-
for that? Who asked for that?
What?
The Daffy and Porky.
Well,
I'm still looking for Wile E. Coyote and Acme. I'm like,
So-
I don't have anything against the Daffy and Porky dynamic,
So it
but
was their,
once again, that's not what I was looking for.
so it was
Right.
their first time doing they were supposed to do Coyote versus Acme, segue into a finally 100% fully animated film, and then
Mhm.
I think they tried to throw both in the trash, and too many people were loud about how good both were, and I guess
It's Looney Tunes. How can you fail?
so then right, but it's Looney Tunes without a Brendan Fraser, without a Michael Jordan, without a who was supposed to John Cena,
It's Looney Tunes. How can you fail?
Because
without
we-
a Bugs Bunny focus, and I guess
Can't
too many test people got their hands on it and was like, this is like one of the better films y'all have made like with this IP, and it's been going to Film Fest, and people have seen it, and everyone's just asking Warner Bros. Like, yeah, this is great. Why the fuck are y'all sitting on this? So they finally gave
Because it's Looney Tunes.
they gave us a trailer. I think they gave the trailer out today finally, and it comes out in February. But yeah, normally you would ask who wants it, but apparently it's standing its ground. I don't think the people up top are happy about it, but
Oh, pish posh.
Right.
like,
That's
I'm telling you,
position to take
James-
though.
James definitely has to have a "don't touch shit" clause in all his.
He
contract.
does. He literally does. He told them. He said, "I'm going to rebuild this. I don't want y'all touching this."
Johnny's wallet.
That's why he's behind just about all of the DC projects. He's behind every last one of them.
Mhm.
They don't get a movement unless he says something. Because he's like, he had that same clause with Guardians. To a certain degree, he had that same clause with Guardians.
Yep.
You got to check with me first.
Although Marvel learned their lesson real quick. Marvel said this, we'll let you go for previous tweets, and DC was like, we'll take you. And then Marvel
The whole crew was getting ready to walk. They was like,
Yeah, he made
over old tweets, over old tweets.
Yeah, I guess Brightburn was a good enough concept. I wasn't a fan. It just, but yeah, he did.
Brightburn?
They were like, all right, our bad, and then they brought him back for Guardians 3.
Oh, because they realized they needed a part 3 in the holiday special. It's like, oh crap.
That too. Like when we did, I was curious to see what he was going to turn Brightburn into universe wise. That intro of a film though,
He left it at a good. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. He left it at as much as I would have loved to see a universe from that. As much as I wanted to see a universe of that, I'm glad they left it where they did. Because if that's not what he had planned, then at that point it's one of the executives say, "Oh, this would be great. Let's do it." No, we don't.
Well, remember
at
the end of the film, his brother is the one casted as the news director.
Yeah,
and he's like, yeah, we got the crazy person flying, we got the water witch, we got this thing out in the woods, and he's like, they're all coming to eat us. And I'm like, okay, James was setting up for a massive play, and then Marvel was like, I think that was him showing I could do this over here, and then they said, all right, come back for Guardians, and then same thing over here, but I'm just like, please learn from the fuck sticks down the street, like you said before. Don't bring him in and then start kneecapping stuff just because you want to save a few bucks. So
unless you're Deadpool with Linda Carter.
Right.
That's so this let him go balls to the wall. Cheers for the Tin Man. Please put him back together. Justice for G.I.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, that scene when he was doing his thing, and then Cersei blows him up, and I was just like, no.
Only for her to turn around and say, "Oh well, the end is coming."
I am trying to save the. You have doomed the world, and I'm like, oh.
How are you talking between the spinal scratches, which I think you took? Pretty sure he like poked each vertebrae individually, and the melted face. How are you alive?
Right.
Magic.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what the crotch kick was last episode though? The breaking the jewel so she's not as strong magically, or was that just James being funny?
That's what I thought it was.
Funny.
James being funny, yeah.
Okay, that was
one thing James is going to do. He's going to give you a dirty joke in there.
It very much was
one.
It was very much the power of Bobby Hill, and that's my purse.
Yeah, not that's my purse.
I don't know you, and really,
I like I like where they're going. I'm glad it's a week to week. I'm glad it's not one of those things where they're just dropping it all at once and then you burn through it and then like now you're stuck. Because we've already because after Agatha All Along ended, we were like, what else are we going to watch? And then we got Penguin ended a week later, and then we got something else. Then we got Cross, and then we got a bunch of now Secret Level just dropped. We've been getting shows. We've been getting shows, and their timing is just right. I'm like, yes, go back to your weekly release. It's perfect.
I need these corporations to really start fighting for the people, so we can get 3-day work weeks, so we can watch all of your shows. Please advocate for the people. We want to go home. We want to watch your shit. Please.
It's cold outside, so don't leave it. I'm just saying. I get home and want to watch a show. I was sitting here before this show watching Creature Commandos because I got interrupted at work, and I'm like, well, I'm going to sit back now and just watch this.
Either that, or at this point, the real life Death Note is going to spawn in somebody's lap. And the last time they wrote a chapter, it was our current commander, or upcoming commander in chief.
Oh God!
His name almost went in it.
Speaking of the claims adjuster.
Last time the Death Note came to Earth, the old Dope 45 almost became a memory.
Right.
Lord.
And then lied to the people again.
Yeah, that came out today. But we knew that was coming.
Right.
Do we see I think we're gonna get some reveals in this show because we see apparently show us the future. I don't trust it. Because I feel like Cersei could just show you what she wants to, but we see the Justice League strung up like cross Christ style. So I'm curious if we'll hear any lines from them in this apocalyptic future.
Yeah.
So if we hear any of them speak, or this could be our first look at what the designs will be for their costumes, because this is our first technical look at a Justice League. Unless they just tell us, oh, this is all in their mind and none of it was real. I hope.
Be interesting though.
Or if anybody stayed. By the way, watch the credits. There's a preview for the next episode at the end, just in case. So y'all don't. The preview. They show her telling, blah blah blah.
This is how I found out Alan Tudyk was doing more than just Dr. Phosphorus in this episode. I'm like, dude, you just doing voices like Jesus Christ. Well, get the money.
Also, free Weasel apparently because he might be innocent.
That's what they're teasing in the next episode. That Weasel
is not the killer they said he was. Not in that sense. It looks more like, oh, I'm going to save this child because there is a fire and people see a creature and think, oh, he's dangerous. He's going to eat that child.
Right.
No, that's not what happened.
I'm curious if it's actually if that's the
But did
case.
he start the fire?
I don't think Weasel would be that thing.
No, because he hasn't
chaotic.
portrayed that yet. He hasn't portrayed. He's betrayed weird. He's betrayed weird behavior,
Right?
Yeah.
But he hasn't portrayed that type of behavior.
Yeah. I agree.
Like he went after Cersei with no question. He went after Cersei with no question.
Nobody told him to go after her either.
No, he just was like, she's just attacking us. I'm going to take her out.
Yeah.
And then he
still funny though.
licks himself. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm curious. So if what is it? That it's a one-off show. I'm trying to think. Is this going to be like a Dead Man Wonderland where somebody murdered all these children and you just got the blame for it?
Probably doesn't wind up being.
Did the janitor do it? Did Mr. Johnson cap all the little just assassinate?
Shut up! Shut up!
Don't
put Mr. Johnson in this.
Not Mr. Johnson.
Did Mr. Johnson assassinate all the little Abbotts?
Oh my God! Now that Elementary goes wrong.
What was it? The PCA dad, that guy, he would do it by accident.
Tariq,
Tariq, there we go. He would do it by accident.
You know that it goes wrong. That's going to be the crossover episode.
Yeah,
I mean, if you really sit back and think about it, because we still don't know what the what is the fish girl's name? I can't think of the fish girl's name. But everybody else, they haven't. I think it is Nina.
Yeah, it is Nina.
Nina.
Yeah.
Nina.
If you think about it, each person on this team, you're looking at them like, what did y'all actually do?
Right. This is a band, like if the Suicide Squad was a band of misfits who all did something wrong, and Commandos is just a group of misunderstood misfits, I'm curious to see how we tell that story. And I think we have just enough. Seems like we got just enough people to get a backstory per episode and still have some change left over to set up something.
Like the bride is really pretty much just trying to get away from the guy that keeps stalking her. GI Robot was basically the guy. I'm like, you designed me to kill Nazis. I kill Nazis. What's the problem?
The fact he actually did bond with those soldiers, and they actually were his band of brothers.
Had no concept at the time. He was like, I just want to be my friends.
I'm like, why did nobody tell him like, hey, your friends are like all grown up now with kids who are grown up. You did good.
This world you talking World War II, so not just grown up and died.
I'm saying, like when they were showing his flashbacks, I'm like, not one of y'all told him, hey, the war's over. Like, I if not eliminate that entire TV crowd, I was expecting them to like pivot, like, hey, the war is over, and in the crowd is all the children who grew up because you won. Like, relax.
The war is over. The battle ain't. They're still not apparently. And
there's someone that's always Nazis.
Robot
he's doing the Lord's work.
Is Robot from Doom Patrol like a offshoot of him, or like an improvement on his original model, or what?
It's what it looks. It's not. It's two different guys. It's
two different creators, but similar. They're similar but different.
Yeah, I know they're two different people. I'm saying like because he's so old, are there other characters or things we'll meet that are basically an improvement?
I wouldn't doubt that. Like who was it? It was Ivo and somebody else who were like one was a student, one was a teacher type situation. I can't think who it was, but they do have some crossings.
Okay.
So, all right, guys. Guess we're landing this ship. Real quick recap of the year since we have we're taking a break for the holiday. We're coming back after the first of the year.